Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Axel Road of the Attack was released May 31st, 2025, and includes support for a wide variety of different decks, as well as introducing the new Tamabot cards and the brand new Ritual deck, Plasmatic Models. Since I already have all of the spellcasters, I will receive Majesty of Seven's Road, Road Apostle Slinger, Road Apostle Magus, Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, and Sword Supporter of the Celestial Saint. Since I have all the plants, I will also receive Etrains the Sprinting Shadowflower Ninja, Reincarnation the Shadowflower Ninja, and Maker Etrains the Shadowflower Fiery Flower Beauty. Since I have all the machines, I will receive King Tamabot, Tamatank Mark II, and Tamabot King Golem. And finally, I will receive Legend Lineage Saber, Super Cervical Dragon Elas Morta, Cyber Surveillance Dragon, Demolition Twin Princesses Haute de Chassis, and Dedicated Protorion. Since Alex drafted all of the Thunder monsters, he will receive Plasmatic Model Rising Lenoir, Plasmatic Model Rising Listella, and Plasmatic Model Rising Blau. Since Alex has all of the dragons, he will receive Wicked Dragon Knight of Darkness, Lightwave Grand Dragon, Violet Scale Enhanced Blast Dragon, and Tamabot Boost Dragon. And finally, Alex will receive RP Lady 3 and 1. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Chaos Ritual, and Magician of Black Chaos is still a pretty strong deck. This is arguably the strongest deck in the game right now, and that is because we're able to have all of these cards that can kind of turbo through, get our Black Magician of Chaos out, get our Ceremonial Sorcerer out. If we need a little bit of extra damage, we have the Ceremonial Knight. But not only that, we have included this Gaia package because we can now go into some of these really powerful extra deck monsters, such as Dark Cavalry, which is really, really strong. So we can get into this because Magician of Black Chaos is Dark Magician while it is in the graveyard, which means we can summon it off of Veteran Gaia or Battle-Tested Gaia. And Dark Cavalry gains attack equal to the total number of spell traps in both players' graveyards times 100, so this usually sits at like 35 to 4,000. This card inflicts piercing battle damage, so a really good way to get 3 set through pass. And if you have cards in your hand, other monsters on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is also a really good effect. If we get out 2 of these, they can protect each other, which is really, really strong. The other new monster we have is Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. This card's pretty cool. It's kind of easy to summon because we can summon it off of a Veteran Curse of Dragon, once again fusing into Magician of Black Chaos. But all it does is give our spell traps protection from being destroyed by card effects, which is good, but it's not anything crazy. The only other like really cool new thing we've got in here is the Sworn Supporter of the Celestial Saint. This is a decent card. It can get us extra effects off, and it can get us more stars to summon our rituals. Other than that, nothing too crazy. So this is the deck. This is a really powerful deck. This is not like the strongest version of this deck, but this is still the best deck in the game. I'm expecting Alex to bring Harpies, and if he does, this is going to be like a Battle of the Titans. I'm hoping he does, because if he brings something a little bit weaker, this might be a bit lopsided. But let's fire on in and see what Alex has got for us. So last time we had plants versus high-tech dragons, and I really want plants to be good. I just don't feel like they ever get the support they deserve, and it's always so sad because it always feels like they're so close. They're always so close. But you played high-tech dragon, and high-tech dragon is it's a little bit of a strange deck. Obviously, we've just had it come out in Duel Links, and it's seeing quite good success there. It's a weird deck where it's fundamentally a burn deck that can kind of do other things as well. So it kind of doesn't really get the reputation of being a burn deck. I'm not sure if they're actual specific brand new cards, like their new Fusion Boss Monster, for example. I don't know if I rate them that highly. I think there was more like the deck kind of already has a lot of interesting stuff, so they didn't need to put any, like, crazy interesting innovations into the deck, and I think that's probably fine. But next week, we are going to have a brand new product. So this is going to be our last week of this set. So I think you are probably going to bring out all the stops. And you did give me a little bit of a clue as to what you were playing yesterday. So I'm going to assume that you're playing Harpies. And I can tell you that this deck I'm playing today, I was planning to play as my third deck regardless. So you're, having an inkling that you might be playing Harpies did not sway my decision in picking this deck, let's put it that way. So, you got any idea of what you think I'm going to be on?
I mean, you haven't played the Tamabot stuff yet. So
I have not played the Tamabot. Okay. Right, so we're going to say Tamabot versus Harpies. Let's see who is correct and who is incorrect. Let's fire on him and see what we've got. Let's go with this. How did scissors, rock, paper not work? It always works. 100% guaranteed. 15 card extra. What could it be? I need to decide if I'm going to go slightly aggressive or not. Because going aggressive does help the game plan. It doesn't necessarily help this hand. So I think I am going to go a little bit defensive here. I think this is going to be the way. So I'm going to do this and pass. Okay. Harpy Lady number 3.
Tribute of the Senor L.
Cannot be destroyed by trap card effects. Okay. Oh, it's the scary one.
The new Limit 1 Pet Master.
Yeah, this card is kind of busted. It's fair that it's Limit 1, I think.
Yeah.
So everything's a Harpy Lady. My Griff 4.
Oh, it's Fusion. No, Ritual.
Well, probably. Has to be a Warrior or Spellcaster Ritual deck of some description. Okay, so this is Harpy Lady Sisters Triangle Beauty. So this is the one. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady. Cannot be destroyed by opponent's spell trap card effects. Face up level 12 monsters on your field cannot be used as material for a fusion summon. So this is just the 3400 that doesn't really do anything. Like, this isn't the really overpowered one at the very least. So I don't know how I should feel about this. It can only attack once. You've probably got the equipped spell to give it piercing. But I think I am fine with this.
Let's set this. We do indeed have the piercing.
Yep. I've got my other Griffor.
Ooh.
Yeah, so double Griffor isn't exactly a great opening, if we're being completely honest. Activate Jest of the Cosmo Princess. And I'm going to send these 3 cards to the graveyard. I'm going to pop these 2 back row. Draw 2 cards. Okay, we've got Pot of Greed, which might get us where we're going. Okay, I think we have got the bare minimum that we need to actually not just kind of die, so that's good. So, we will begin with Marching Beaver Warrior. We're going to activate Marching Beaver Warrior. This will let me summon one of my 3 Griffors. So we're going to go ahead and activate Light Calling Griffor. We'll reveal Ceremonial Knight. And I'll grab my Gate to the field. Then I'm going to activate my Black Magic Ritual. We'll go ahead and combine these together into Black Magician of Chaos. Then I'm going to set another card to the back row. I think I am going to risk it. I think we are going to risk it. So we'll go to battle. And then we are just going to attack over this. So obviously we didn't have a way to out this immediately, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so now the question is, are we getting greedy or not? Okay, we're not getting greedy. If the sensible hit.
The other rituals need him on the field, right?
Yeah. If I had another body to make up the levels, I could have just popped your Triangle Beauty. So if you left them on the field, it makes it even easier for me to do that. Alright, let's start with flipping up my Justiciar. We'll activate Justiciar's effect. So, I'm going to put back 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to pop this one. We got Feather Tempest, which was when you put it in normal summons, shuffle 2, pop a monster. So that's not a bad one to hit. I don't know if that was like quote unquote the good one to hit, but it's a hit, and that's what's important. Summon out my Balloon Bahita, and I'm going to use my compulsory evacuation device aggressively here because I might not be able to get rid of this otherwise. But then I can use Bahita's effect, send the top 2 cards of my deck to the graveyard, and then I can special summon face up to my field a level 6 or lower monster out of the card's sent. So I could bring that back, but it does clog my board up. I would really like to get rid of your back row, but I am actually not sure if I can substantially deal with that, so I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to click no. Then we're going to go ahead and activate my Ceremonial Gate. And we'll go ahead and summon out my Sorcerer to the field. But I will then go ahead and summon out my Marching Beaver Warrior, activate his effect to bring back a card from the graveyard. That's going to be my Light Calling Griffor. Activate Light Calling Griffor. It will let me reveal Magician of Black Chaos and grab back my Black Magic Ritual. We'll fire this off immediately. And we'll summon out the boy. Then we can activate Ceremonial Sorcerer and pop the back row, because that's the only thing that scares me. Following that, I can summon out my Winged Dragon of Chaos and activate its effect. So during a turn I have normal or special summon this card, set Black Magic Ritual from my graveyard. If I haven't drawn a card this turn, I get to draw a card. I will go ahead and draw that. Alright, we'll go Ceremonial Gate. We'll send this to the graveyard to summon out another one. Activate the effect. How much damage is this on board? This is 51, 65. That's not lethal. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to tribute Ceremonial Sorcerer to summon out my Battle-Tested Gaia. Activate Battle-Tested Gaia, because I can fuse it with Magician of Black Chaos from my graveyard to get out Cavalier. And then we get Battle. Cavalier gets in for 39. This gets in for 28. And this is just over lethal. Just over lethal. Oh! Yeah, I mean, my turn 1 was abysmal. Like, actually just abysmal. And when you summoned out your big guy, I was like, I had a trap card. I mean, you saw I had that Compulse, right? But I was like, I might need... Like, if you summoned out the one that attacks 3 times, I was like, I might just die to that, so I think I have to hold this. So it was very, very sketch, but obviously I got luckier here. Let's see what happens in game 2. Okie dokie.
That's it.
Nice. Right, I've opened an interesting hand. This could high roll into oblivion, let's see. So we're going to go Card Trooper. We'll mill 3. We'll send it, we'll draw. Then we activate Pot of Greed, because we open double Legend, which is always a fantastic start. Now, unfortunately for me, this hand in a vacuum doesn't look fantastic. So I now need to really find something usable. I'm going to summon out my Jundi of the Dark Path. So if I have 10 more cards in my deck, send the top 3 cards in my deck to the graveyard. Then, if an Earth attribute monster is among the cards sent, I can draw a card and place a card from my hand at the bottom of my deck. So we're going to go ahead and activate those. 1, 2, 3. No Earth monsters sent. We got a Wind and a Light. The other issue is that we haven't sent like a ritual spell or anything, which makes doing anything kind of annoying for me. We're going to tribute and summon out my dedicated Curse of Dragons. This is a new card. This is like from this set, but we're quite deep into this set's lifespan now as we're going on to the next set, so it doesn't feel new anymore. But this card's name becomes Curse of Dragon on the graveyard. During your main phase, you normal or special summon this card. Excavate the top 4 cards of your deck. You can add an excavated ritual spell to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So I really need to find a ritual spell here. Let's see if we can find just anything. All right, there's one. Okay, we're fine. So I can only add one as well. So now I have to pick which one. I don't think there's a reason to take Gate, because without Black Magic Ritual, we're not doing anything. So I think it's just always Black Magic. So those 4 go to the bottom of the deck. Not really a lot we can do about that. Alright, let's go with Beaver Warrior. Well, let's take Beaver Warrior's effect. We will go ahead and bring back another Beaver. Unfortunately, we once again failed to mill another ritual spell, which is a shame, but it is what it is. We can't always high roll. We'll go ahead and summon out the Magician of Black Chaos. Then, this is like the part where it gets like a little bit dicey. It's like how greedy we feeling. I think we're feeling a little bit greedy. We'll go Light Calling Griffle. We'll activate its effect. I'll reveal Magician of Black Chaos. We'll grab this back again. Let's go for it. We're going to go Black Magic Ritual. We're going to be summoning out another one. I'm going to use this and this. I don't want to leave a Wimp on the board. I think that's what might get me killed. Now we'll just get a battle. And we'll see what we can do with this. Alright, no trap card on Harpy Lady Destruction, so that's at least something. And then we're just going to pass. Like, I don't think this is the greatest board, but like...
Oh.
Well, that's a good noise for me.
Yeah, let's try some.
Okay, so are we popping 1, get the double draw? That's the question. Okay. 4 cards. Not a lot. Okay, Harpy Lady comes down. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so they're all Harpy Ladies. If we use their effects. Which means we could contact Fuse.
3 and 1. Yeah, 3 and 1 doesn't hold me around. Sure. This can't attack.
How dare you?
Make this unable to attack.
So, 1, 2, and 3. Make up to 3 attacks on monsters each turn. Cannot attack directly. Face up 12 monsters. Cannot be used as fusion material. So, we take a lot of damage here. I'm going to summon out Justiciar. I'm going to activate Justiciar. I'm going to put back 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to hit this. Okay, so we hit the knot trap. But don't worry, because we also have Justiciar. We're going to make sure we get rid of that trap one way or another. We'll go 4. Okay, so this is the best I've got, and I'm not particularly happy about it, but we might get lucky. So I'm going to Tribute 2 and summon out Sworn Supporter of the Celestial Saint. So during the main phase that you normal or special summon this card, you can pay 500 life points. Special summon 1 monster from your graveyard face up to your field. This turn you can activate the effect of this card. So, you know, I can't use this again, so I can't just like chain Saints together.
Yeah.
Now the issue is there isn't a lot of stuff in my graveyard that does much. So, I'm going to summon out the Dedicated Curse of Dragon. I think I have to put it in defense just so I maybe survive. We'll activate its effect. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that was my own. Okay. So I'm going to set a back row and pass.
Okay. Lady 3.
Yep.
Gina.
Window. Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Draw a card. If you have Harpy Lady, normal monster on your field, you can add 1 Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady sisters to it. I don't know if this is correct, but I am going to do this. I'm going to activate Shiny Shady here.
Ooh.
I'm going to flip these 2 down.
I guess that does stop me from using them all.
Yes. Well, so you had just under lethal with that, but I was like, if you just play the equip spell, I'm now just dead. So I was like, I think I have to do it here. You can tribute them off, but it would only be for like sisters. And sisters, unless it's exactly the middle piece, doesn't matter. Okay, so we're taking the 21. Nothing we can do about that.
You on 500.
Means my Earth Sorcerer that brings back cards is now offline. Which isn't ideal, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. This is not an ideal hand if we're being honest. I'm going to start out by normal summoning Winged Dragon of Chaos. I'm going to activate his effect. I'm going to set this to my field. And I'm going to draw one card. If there was like a draw I really didn't want, that is exactly it. I mean, this just doesn't do it, so I have to do this. Right, we'll go Card Trooper, activate, mill 3, draw a card. I am just really this specific game has just really not gone my way whatsoever. I mean, I might as well let you in on the joke. My hand is basically entirely ritual spells now, and I just can't do anything.
Oh,
we went from having no ritual spells to having all ritual spells, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I was like, I had the 3 from Card Trooper and the 4 from Winged Dragon of Chaos, but that lets me make a 7. But the 7 on its own doesn't do anything. I need the 8 as well. So I needed to, like, top deck Beaver or something. Beaver gets me another body, make them into an 8. Maybe, like, the other body does something like Griffle, but even then, I don't think it really gets me anywhere. This was just a bit of a rough one for me. But let's see what happens in game 3. Alright, I will go first for the first time.
Yay.
I'm gonna set, and then I'm gonna set some more.
Okay.
I feel like Harpy Lady 3 is your most played card during the set.
Well, there are 3 copies of it in the deck.
Yeah, but I would imagine you got 3 like Harpy Ladies. You got like 3 of a lot of the other ones, but it's always Harpy Lady 3 that's coming out. I think I will take this opportunity. I'm going to activate Sunset Rebirth here. Haha! And then I'm going to protect, I don't know, these.
Okay.
At the very least, taking less damage is probably going to be advantageous.
Yeah, I think so.
She's back. I've got my Beaver. And my Justiciar. Okay. How do we deal with this threat that lies before me? Okay, alright, we'll go Justiciar. We're going to activate Justiciar. We're going to put back Justiciar. And we're going to Poppy Woppy. Yeah, go away, Hysteric Party, you're not resolving. Then, I'm going to go ahead and activate my Black Magic Ritual. So I'm going to send Sworn Support to the Celestial Saint to summon forth the Magician of Black Chaos. Then we're going to summon out my Light Calling Griffle, activate its effect, reveal this, grab this, and then I'll activate my Ceremonial Gate, send these, summon this out, activate his effect, we'll pop this. Then I can activate Ceremonial Gate. Okay, so we will just get rid of this, summon out another one, activate his effect, pop this, set a back row, go to battle, and then we'll just get in with these. I think this was the most damage I could get. And then we'll pass.
Senora.
Okay. And the top 2 cards hit the graveyard. Then if Harpy Lady Sisters among the cards sent, you can draw a card. So milling and drawing, very good.
Just
Okay, so
get rid of these. Draw 2.
So this is 3 and 1, which is 2600 attack, which is probably the most important thing.
Oh.
So now I can only declare up to 2 attacks. Let's start with Balloon Bajita. Activate the effect. So this is during the turn that you normal summoned. So I could summon back the beaver. I would not get the beaver's effect. But it is a level 4 body. I do like my level 4 bodies. I will summon out the beaver. Then I'm going to go ahead and summon out my Light Cooling Griffle. I'll activate Light Cooling Griffle's effect. I will reveal this sorcerer. Grab back this gate. I'm going to go ahead and activate my Black Magic Ritual. Send these two and summon out the boy. I will go ahead and summon out my Jundee. Activate Jundee. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Ooh. I mean, that doesn't really help, but it's cool. Get rid of this. Then we're going to activate Ceremonial Gate. We're going to send both of these to summon this out. We're going to go ahead and activate the effect, and... Alright, what is the worst case scenario? I hit a back row. I hit the exact good trap card. Hunky-dory, everything's fine. We attack over. We get in for 25. If I pop the monster, I'm still at the mercy of the back row. But the monster is guaranteed gone. And that in itself holds a lot of value. But you do also have a card, I believe, that triggers when I destroy a Harpy Lady. I think it's only by battle. I think it's when I kill a Harpy Lady by battle. So I think I am going to pop the monster. Okay, so it is just when it's destroyed. Attack or card effect. So that's fine. Place a card from my field in the bottom of my deck. I don't mind that. That just keeps you alive. Okay, so I'm going to set 1, set 2, go to battle. I'm going to take a swing. And then we'll just pass. Okay. She's back. Who are you? So you're not big enough to kill me. This turn comes with Harpy Lady, then you destroy a spell trap. I think you're kind of forcing this, so we're going to have to compulse it.
Yeah, GG.
Ooh, okay. We got there in the end.
2 full dress and an ecstasy spark icon.
Yeah, I mean, that literally sounds like game 2 for me, where it was just a handful of spells that didn't do anything. I mean, this was an interesting one, because I think this was, like, a clash of 2 of the strongest decks in the game right now. Now, I don't necessarily think these are the strongest versions of those decks, but these are still, you know, the decks. Now, the big difference here is one of these 2 decks got absolutely massacred on a ban list. It's still a really strong deck, but did get absolutely riddled with limits. The other deck did not get, I don't think, any limits, right? I'm pretty sure Chaos is, like, completely untouched. So it's like... Yeah. So, I mean, talking about your deck, I think Harpy Ladies is still a really strong deck, but I think it really goes to show how much the limits have affected it, in the sense that it never felt like overwhelmingly dominant. It didn't feel like Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3 was hitting the board every turn, and I was just like constantly fearing for my life. The trap cards are still really, really powerful in this deck, and you still have a versatile enough toolbox that we did get to see a lot of different fusions from you because of the contacts, which was pretty cool. But again, if it's not like absolutely murdering me, it's not the end of the world, right? It's like, I'll have my back row popped, that kind of sucks. Having my monsters popped out the way, that kind of sucks. Only being able to attack twice, that kind of sucks. But like, if it's not like Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3 murdering me, then like it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, right? I can always just kind of play through it. So It's a weird one. I still think Harpies is like a strong deck, like I said, but it seems like a bit of a shadow of its former self. As for Chaos Galaxy, that's the wrong word entirely. Chaos Ritual. I think this deck is still really, really strong. It still has the same problem it's always had, which is if you just don't find the ritual spells, you don't really do anything. You have like a bunch of pieces that are just meant to find the ritual spells. If you find them, great, you can pop off, you can summon out multiple rituals in a single turn, you can get all their effects off, it's really, really good. If you don't, it's a little bit awkward. Now, in this version of the deck, we are playing the more Gaia-centric version. That's because we have like some of the new Gaia support. We're playing like Veteran Curse the Dragon, Veteran Gaia the Fierce Knight, and we do have some cards that can play into that. So in the extra deck, you did get to see the Cavalry, Dark Cavalry, which is a really, really powerful card. But it's not easy to get out. The one benefit is because Magician of Black Chaos is Dark Magician once in the graveyard, we can fuse into Dark Cavalry, which is pretty cool. The other card we didn't get to show off was Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, which also can be summoned by using the Veteran Curse of Dragon or Battle Test or whatever it's going to end up being called. With the, again, Magician of Black Chaos from the graveyard. Then you summon out a 3k attack guy whose name becomes Dark Magician, and then spell traps on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. It's not spectacular, right? It's fine. It's not anything insane. I think Dark Cavalry is a lot better, but it's still really strong nonetheless. The only other, like, interesting new thing in my deck was the new spellcaster, the Sworn Supporter of the Celestial Saint. We didn't get to see this card do a ton, but you can pay 500 life points, special summon a monster from the graveyard. Now, this is really good because you can get effects that are, like, enter the battlefield or once per turn effects off from your graveyard, and it's a level 9, so you can just send it to the graveyard as well, and also just gives you more levels to get out your ritual monsters. So, like, it's okay. It's nothing, like completely bonkers, but, like, it's a strong card. It's decent. But, thanks for the games, buddy, and GG.
GG.